welcome everyone. Take a second, clear your mind. I'm going to pull a couple cards at the end of this video. Alright everyone, welcome. I wanted to make a quick video just about anyone who's going through really tough times. Just for anyone that is in a confusing place, in a fog. I've just been noticing a lot of people reaching out and seeing in general, and even in myself as well, there's been lots of times of just deep dips down. People not knowing, just lots of choices, lots of situations, tough situations coming in. And I want to just make a video for everyone because, usually when I see it in multiple people, it's felt throughout the collective. And I just wanted to number one, just send my love to you. I just started it as well with one of my favorite songs starting off that relaxes me instantly, and it's a beautiful Icelandic song. Sigur is one of my favorite groups in general. It's an amazing song, so I wanted to just share that with you guys. But I wanted to just tell you that number one, everything you're going through, you're still being watched, you're still being cared for. Yesterday, sometimes I have a difficulty just feeling like I'm protected and feeling like I'm not in this alone. And like sometimes, when I feel, negativity towards me, or when I am going through a tough situation, it's hard for me to feel that I have a lot of support. And so I did a lot, a visualization yesterday with myself, and I sat down and I, allowed myself to visualize myself alone. And then I added 2 supports beside me. Then I ended up just continuing to increase it as I could. It took a while to even believe that I could have that much support or just see that much in my head. But I was able to see a full stadium of just angelic or energetic support, whatever it was, but just supportive energy around me, okay? And it just seemed to, shape into a stadium for me or whatever, but it just depends. And that just allowed me to feel so much more support that I did not know was there. And so, it's just because I opened myself up to that, okay? The main reason I made this video is because, when we go through really tough times, when we're in a very difficult situation, a very painful situation, we don't want to do affirmations. It's not the best feeling to, instantly try to imagine ourselves in the best light, okay? And so this video, I really want to share that, spirituality is not solely... it's like, and then what happens with that is we run from spirituality solely. We run from the spiritual because, it's not matching with how we're feeling, okay? It can be seen as almost too positive, okay? It's too optimistic right now. I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel that. I'm going through something very deep. I'm trying to understand this. I need to, I'm very emotional right now. This, doing I love myself affirmations is not the where I'm at right now. You get what I'm saying? And so what I want to just express in this video is just make sure to know that even though society paints spirituality in a certain way, it can be seen as spiritual people are only trying to attain happiness only, and it's only about positivity and optimism. That's not what my page is about at all. That's not what I feel spirituality is at all. To me, spirituality is a deeper understanding and a way and tools to better understand yourself, better empower yourself, and take control of yourself and your full embodiment, okay? And I know in myself there's not just happiness and optimism. There's deep, dark aspects of myself. There's deep sadness. There's deep grief. There's so many different portions of myself. Confusion. There's an innovative side. There's a radical side. There's an angry side. There's so many different parts of myself, okay? Because we are infinite, okay? And, the way things can... That's why the South Node is in Aquarius now. We're trying to remove and not follow things that are cultural or trending. And as spirituality is reemerging, there are certain groups or certain popular views of spirituality that are seeing it as who's the most spiritual, or how can you be the most of yourself? You know what I'm saying? If you understand spirituality truly, and the most positive, oh, you're complaining that's negativity. No, actually, that's complaining, and that energy is actually part of Saturn and a part of Capricornian energy. That's through discomfort and through understanding what makes us uncomfortable, we're able to overcome that. We're able to supersede that. Okay, if we're just floating around trying to maintain this place of joy all the time, we miss a lot of things in our life. Okay, and we run from a lot of things in life. We don't deal with a lot of things. Okay, and that's what society does in general. But our society in general is very comfort seeking. Okay, we don't like uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable feelings. Okay, but life puts you in them. That's the main part of growth. Notice that a lot of aspects in our life go through transformation. The diamond, we would not understand diamonds if they would not go through the amount of pressure. Even the amount of the trees you see, all the amount of stress they went through, the years of growth. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time and goes through its challenges, and that challenge and that dark aspect needs its time. Okay, so I'm not here to say get over what you're going through. That's not it at all. Sometimes I even go. If you even notice my posts on Instagram, I take my Mars is in Cancer, so my mood shifts a lot. Okay, my Gemini moon as well. My mood shifts a lot, and so sometimes I get to places where I don't feel ready to share again. I don't feel open, that my heart would be fully, open and compassionate until I take more time for myself. So I have to take a second. Okay, I get just as highs as you feel, this positive energy you feel. That has to have a polar opposite. Okay, I feel both of those. Okay, and so the only reason I'm able to come back and make more videos and share and open myself is because I give just as much attention to that as I do to the darker aspects, or as I do to the feelings that I feel. Okay, and so spirituality is not, and these tools, astrology and tarot, don't just use them for your upliftment, to see where your career is going, the best way for this, and to use them for confirmation and great ways to uplift you. That's great and that's amazing. But also, I'm trying to be here as well to show that you can use them in your dark times. You don't have to run from the spiritual when you're feeling very, very dark. Okay, it's here as a tool. Okay, sometimes I couldn't even get to the cards. You can't even use them. But the spirituality and spiritual tools are connected to spirit. Okay, and so if you're separating yourself from the spiritual, that means you're distancing yourself from spirit, and that's your closest comrade. That's the person that's gonna in the support that you need. Okay. And so just make sure, even if you can't, you're not for the affirmation, because I get that. That takes, time. Even writing it, it takes me a long time to, when I'm not in the best place, I'm not going to pick up a pen and write. Even self-care, sometimes I can't even eat, okay, because I'm going through a certain situation and dealing with certain emotions, okay. But I'm not going to escape that and try to act like that's not happening, okay. I'm going to take the time to deal with that. I'm going to justify those emotions, okay. This is Cancer season as well, where we're really supposed to feel our emotions and give them gratification. Growing up, my parents, they you can't cry blood. Go ahead and cry it out. I don't care. I'm not listening to that. I don't really care about your feelings. That did not gratify my feelings, so then I did not learn to listen to my feelings. Okay, now we're having to really feel our feelings because they are your major guide. Okay, so listen to what you're feeling and take in. And if you can't write, if you can't, nurture yourself at this time, if you're not trying to get deep into cards or tarot or affirmations, whatever, manifestation, law of attraction, whatever it is, crystals even, just ask yourself how you're feeling and take time to feel into what you're feeling. Don't try to run from this, okay? Because just as the earth is just as beautiful, and I see the leaves and I see all the butterflies flying, just months ago, there was snow on the ground. There was not one sign of life in sight, okay? And so you never know how quick things can change. You never know the purpose of the darkness. None of the water bear would not even be if it would not be for my deep depression that I went through that took years to overcome, okay? And this is how I came from it. This is how I, through tarot, through astrology, through crystals, through communicating with others, through different healing, through meditation, through yoga, all these ways, slowly though, okay, slowly pulled me out, okay? And it's in that slowness, in that depth of that darkness I was in, that allowed me to gain the wisdom at that time, okay? If I would have been trying to run and escape out all the time, I wouldn't have been able to sit in where I was, okay? So I would wake up and feel, ooh, I'm not feeling good today. What's in my mind? Where is this coming from? What are these thoughts? Do I want to feel these thoughts anymore? How can I work to achieve these thoughts? And so, it takes time, but you have to give yourself and know where you are, and just know it's fine to be where you are. Okay. I've taken even weeks, literally a full week of just not like nothing on my schedule to just feel and just sit with things. Okay. But then I'm never back in that situation again. I was able to move past that because I was able to feel into it. So take the time you need, do what you need, and I just really want to give you that message. Okay. It's just really don't disconnect from yourself at this time, and using tools like tarot or astrology to better understand yourself and your situation. And don't also feel that, you have to be positive in this situation if you're not feeling the way. You follow your feelings because you're feeling them for a purpose and for a reason. Okay. So sending you so much love. And if you want to, again, contact me again for service as well, I do more than just astrology and tarot. We can just talk. Literally, I'm all about that. Healing is not just in these tools. There's healing in just communication. And I get just as much intuition and communication and conversation as I do with the cards and through the guidance. I don't necessarily need the cards and tarot and all these things to issue a message, okay? So if you feel like you need to talk to me, get in contact with me, we can hook up a session. $40 for 30 minutes. If you feel like you need a 30-minute conversation, an hour, $70. If you're Cancer, you're 30% off. So get in contact with me. We can do so much with that. I want to go into the cards, then I want to let you go. So number one, we got reward yourself starting off, okay? Reward yourself. We've been doing so much work, so much healing, so much moving and dealing and diving in ourselves. And so it's time to also, as you're looking at your situation and where you want to go and maybe not satisfied with where you are, take time. And even though it is hard, I know it's hard for me as well to look back and be grateful for where I'm at, but just appreciate, take time and just see, even if it's not appreciating, sometimes I have to just even read at the old journals and just read at where I was, okay? And look at where I was and going through and just seeing where I've come from, okay? Not trying to move and adjust and not, giving that its time, okay? And that gives me a new feeling of appreciation. This card says, you've been giving a lot of yourself lately and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. Reward yourself. You receive joy as well. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. And Cupid. Okay, and I'm really feeling there's so much of these love cards and joy cards. In your tough situation, what's happening is you may be feeling the absence of love, feeling the absence of community, the absence of appreciation or, understanding. And feel that and go into that. But looking at it from a zoomed out perspective, I can see that in the times I felt those dark places and felt alone, and that's a lot of times. Literally this entire time we're building the water bear, the majority of the people that I used to really hang around and deal with have left. And so it's been me and me trying to figure out a lot of things, okay? So I completely relate in isolation. I completely relate in not understanding. And this entire process for me, I didn't think I was going to be a spiritual healer. I didn't even know what any of this was going on. And so complete confusion and fog and moving forward, okay? But in these dark times and in these dark aspects, I was able to see that I was able to look at even more what love is, what higher love I want, because I was feeling absent of it. In the absence of the love I wanted, I was able to dream of what love I did want, or dream of what career I did want in the absence of the career I had. Okay, and so now I'm sometimes, in my career, like right now, I'm sitting in the dream I did have, when I was in college and had no clue of where I wanted to go. When I just graduated and was throwing up, going to dance auditions, and that was not my purpose, and I didn't know what it was. I sat and I had no, I didn't have any money. I didn't know where to go, and I dreamed. And I dreamed of helping people, and now I'm sitting in that. Okay, and even though I'm not in the place, I'm still dreaming. I'm still, growing. And so, it's in these dark times when we, want the most for ourselves, when we dive deep and find new worth and find new strength. Okay, so just trust yourself. Trust that your higher self has placed you in this situation. Trust that you can overcome this situation. Trust that, you have the strength, you have everything you need. And trust that you don't need to do anything outside of yourself. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to move faster than you are. You don't need to be anything else than you are. Okay, just continue to feel what you're feeling. Okay, and I'm going to read the Cupid card. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. And that really gave me a last point. There's been, that's really how I started. And growing up, I was not able to, reward myself at all. Okay, I was helping others. I was very family oriented. The older sibling, I want to make sure everything was done. We had lots of chores to get done. I was very school oriented, very, very strongly focused in school, and could not get anything lower than a B. And worked very much on school and just did a lot of things and was basically fulfilling a lot of other streams. Okay, and I didn't have the time for myself. I didn't even know what self-love was, self-appreciation was. I didn't even have the time because as I was doing that, nobody was even appreciating what I was doing. They were critiquing it even more, and so I didn't even get a sense of value in anything I was doing. I was just doing it. Okay. Well, but I didn't know I was, okay, and no one was telling me I was. They were further critiquing. And so then now that I've gotten to a place of myself and separated, and now I've gotten to a place of where I'm on my own and at a new place in life, I had to I didn't know any of anything. I didn't know how to appreciate myself. I didn't even know what myself was, what I wanted for myself now that I was away from, what wanted things for me. And it took slow time of even me just, okay, well, I know I want candy right now, so I would go and buy myself candy, and that felt nice. Okay, then it became, I really want to take a day and just go and adventure. Okay, so and then it slowly just became more of me understanding myself. So it takes time. Okay, so just do what feels right for you, and sometimes in the time of I would even cancel events and be like, I can't even go out today. I just really want to feel how I'm feeling. And feel into this. And out of me going deep and crying and feeling into how I was feeling, an answer came out, okay? So maybe that's the solution. So just continue to give justice and give energy and appreciate where you are. Even though it's tough, I'm not saying that, you should be like, yay, I'm happy that I'm at where I'm at. But it's a sense of sitting in a place of, okay, this is my circumstance. I could take responsibility for the circumstance rather than trying to toss it away, okay? Because once you relax into the situation, you're able to find the healing, okay? Even when I get in a tough situation, the main thing I have to remind myself is to not want the worst for myself, is to continue to try to see the solution, to continue to try to have hope, because that is, once you lose hope, that's it, okay? And so really continue to I'm giving you hope. Know that you're in this process, and you will come out of it. It's just a difficult process we're in. We're going to a major new ascension in society, in the world, and a place we've never been, and a place our consciousness had never been. But to raise our vibration collectively in that level, we can't hold the dense energies, the dense pain, the dense wounds that we hold, okay? And so they have to be purged out, and that has to come out through our life. Tough situations have to come in and ruffle us up so that pain can come up, those hidden fears, those hidden anxieties are happening in our life so that we can overcome them now, okay? And it's tough, and it is the hardest aspect that we deal with is spiritual awakening, okay, and shedding the old, okay? That's why I'm here for you. That's why have been dealing with it for years, and I'm now still continuing to deal with it so I can have empathy, and really I've been through it, and I'm going through it, so I know, I get how you're feeling. And so connect with me if you feel like it, and connect with others around. People comment below as well. Everyone, comment below and create a community as well so that we can have each other, okay? And we can continue to give each other hope and push and continue to grow, okay? So much, much love, guys. I'm sending you all I have. And continue to stay strong and continue to just, feel what you're feeling, and know where you are is perfectly divinely placed for you. And there's nothing you have to do, okay? Your solution is coming, okay? Just as the situation you moved into, you didn't do anything for it, just say you don't have to do anything to get out of it. And if you do, you will be inspired, okay? Just follow the flow and trust in the process. as tough as it may be. I'm always here for you guys. Much love. The Water Bear is out. Bye.